Hi there, hey, it's Richland. You have to pardon my voice. It's asthma season here in Alaska, and so I sound like pretty croaky today. This is my latest journal, and I made this from a book I found at the thrift store on Friday, and by Saturday the bones of the journal were put together, the signatures were sewn in, and all I've been doing over the last day is just basically finishing up putting in the little bits and pieces of ephemera. So this color and the cover, I just love this cover here. The book was in fantastic shape. I sealed it with matte medium just to make it a little more durable, and I did not try to make it look perfect. I did cover the spine with some lace. There was a little bit of the gold that had come off, and from just being open and closed there was a little crack or two here and there. So I went ahead and put down a piece of lace, glued it on, then I took another second piece of lace and ran it down just to give it a little more decoration. But really nothing fancy on the cover except for the wonderful gold design that's on there. So we're going to jump right in because this one is a chunky monkey. I used a variety of papers that I've had in my stash for a long time that had not made it into a project yet for one reason or another, even though they're just beautiful. So there is Keller Kurtz, there's Graphic 45, there's Colorbach, there's some digital print-offs from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. There's little ephemera pieces from her and some from Tsunami Rose, and just a mishmash of papers. So I'm just going to mostly flip and just walk you through it. Again, this journal is for journaling. This card here, it was in the book, and it was somebody's a postcard somebody had sent to someone when they were on vacation and they were having a happy time. I thought it's got happy vibes. I'm going to just put it in here. And all the papers in here have been tea stained or coffee dyed. This is Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Oops. That's lovely paper. And one of those little pockets that Michelle from the Paper Addiction shared, and I just love that idea. I'm incorporating it into my journals. This is the latest little printout from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I shrunk this one down, made it smaller, but it was very timely. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. You must have known I was getting ready to do this journal. And again, this is another one from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And this image is so lovely. It's just so feminine. And I put it in here because I do like to have little secret journaling spots. And sometimes you want to write something. You don't want the whole world to see it if somebody picks up your book and flips through it when they shouldn't. But in case they do, it's kind of nice to have a little, screen on some of your inner thoughts. I tied off my signatures, and I did leave the little strands along. I haven't decided if I'm going to put anything on them, but they're there if I like, and I like them just kind of hanging out the bottom of the book. This is the tuck spot. And what I decided to do is I went ahead and folded the paper over and made the little pocket. Then I added on a little extra piece of ephemera, and this one here is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I added it on. It actually helps to hold the goodies in the pocket. It gives it a little more stability, and I like that idea. I'm going to use that more often in my books. I know a lot of times we'll use the doilies and the little decorations there, but actually having it extend out a little past the pocket helps to make the pocket a little more stable, at least for me, because I load them up. Now I did the same thing here, but I didn't glue down and make this a pocket yet. I've actually made it so it's a flip out, and I will see what my needs are as I use the book, and if I need more pockets I can glue them down. But I did that several times in this book, just left it unglued, and I figured it can be a journaling spot or it can be a pocket when I need it. Just love these images. This book has mostly butterflies, birds, bees, flowers, some pretty ladies, and just kind of a mishmash, but it all seems to kind of work together. A little glassine envelope, and I just washi taped it on here so I can tuck some little extra journaling cards in here. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I love those bird images. A little flip out here. It's nothing fancy. I did put a little bit of lace trim on the edges of some of the papers, not all of them. I really kept it pretty simple. I wanted it to be, again, a book for writing more than just pretty pages to flip through and look at, because some of our journals are just so decorated. They're just gorgeous. And this particular one, I did not need it to be quite so decorated. I really needed the space for writing. Tucked a little butterfly or two in. And again, here is another one of those little secret pockets. This was the front page from the book, and the paper is phenomenal, and I will be using those pages in journals or sending them out to people when I send little goodies out. They have a fantastic feel to them. They're very, very nice papers. Some little tuck spots here and there, but not a lot of tuck spots. And here's a glassine envelope, and I have a little bee charm here. I think I'll probably take it off of this particular paper. This is just a wee bit wimpy. I think I'll put it onto a stiffer page. Some of these I didn't put the little extra page on. As you notice, I put a paper clip in there to kind of hold things in place. I'll probably go back and put a little piece of ephemera on there. And some pieces of ephemera I just clipped in, because then I can use them where I need them. And if they're going to be permanent, I'll either staple them in or glue them in. These images are so awesome. I love the selection of papers. They don't really go together, but they do. It's kind of wild. It makes me happy. I think that's the important thing, is that our journals should make us happy, and a lot of them go out to swaps, but I use most of mine. Get a little lace here on the edge, and this is the end of the second signature and the start of the third signature. It's that beautiful Graphic 45 Botanical Garden paper. Little glassine envelope here. And I went ahead, because I had the envelopes on the front, I went ahead and glued my lace on the outside instead of tucking it on the inside, and it worked fine. And this is another one of those hidden pockets. And this paper is sweet as can be, that little soft green and white flower print. This is actually one of my favorite papers in here. I don't know what it is about that little design. It's just very sweet. And on my little tags, as I say, sometimes I just clip them in so I can, take them out if I need to. This is a Tsunami Rose image here. This is a piece of ephemera from one of her kits. Sometimes I will take the images out, or the tags out, and I'll, use them. They might have notes on them, and I might not want to leave those notes actually in the journal, so I don't always adhere them at first. And if I do want to leave them in, then I come back later. And I think that having some flexibility with our journal is kind of nice, not having everything glued down. Fluid, that's what I call it. My journals are fluid. Again, another flip out. Cute little mushroom clip that came out of a kid's pack of little different shaped paper clips. And I am going pretty fast, but you guys know this stuff. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Isn't that paper gorgeous? I just love that. That is it. That's my little journal. Well, actually, it's not so little. This one's pretty chunky. I don't even know how many pages are in here. I don't even know. I just kept adding to it and adding to it. Figured if it closes a little bit, it's good. It's a thumbs up. But anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing to the folks who've subscribed. I appreciate that. I am working on some sort of a giveaway. I still have not come up with my final plan, but I will let you know. And if you have any questions at all about any of the products, just leave me a comment below. And I appreciate your watching, and thanks for listening. I'll see you soon with another journal.